Sony continues to drive smartphone and television product launches at CES, but the PlayStation is still the main driver. What is your consumer electronics strategy beyond PlayStation?
Well, beyond PlayStation, which is obviously a very important part of our business, we aim to grow the TV business, our digital imaging business, as well as our smartphone business, making sure that we concentrate more on the higher end part of the market. And for example, in the United States, for the market, about $1,500 for TVs, we have a 30% market share. So that's the kind of area we want to play in.
Now, you've launched a new department focused on AI and robotics. You've been talking about AI. You know, is your goal to surpass, let's say, Google and Amazon in AI?
I think our goal is to make sure that we work with partners such as Google, Amazon, and others, and leverage their technology and combine it with the AI and robotics technology that we have in-house to create products that are very unique to Sony. The Aibo that we released in Japan being one of these examples. And we certainly want to make sure that we continue down that path to have a unique combination that's very Sony-esque.
Aibo, as you mentioned, this is your robotic dog. Some people think of this as nothing more than an overpriced toy. What sort of practical uses do you see for a robotic dog, let's say a year from now?
Well, first of all, I think that we position the Aibo as being an entertainment robot, but I think that the technology that we incorporate into Aibo, the AI, the robotics, and that combination in different form factors can manifest itself in other robots that will be a part of transportation, education, healthcare, elderly healthcare as well. So it has a lot of different applications beyond just being an entertainment robot.
Now, a lot of consolidation happening in the movie business with Disney buying those Fox assets. Curious what your strategy is given increasing consolidation, and how do you intend to compete with such a giant?
I think that the industry in the motion picture business is rapidly changing in terms of its landscape. We need to make sure that first and foremost that we have a strong lineup in our motion picture releases, and we've done exactly that with Spider-Man: Homecoming, Jumanji this past week, #1 in the United States. We had Blade Runner 2049 internationally. We had the Emoji Movie. We had Baby Driver. So I think we're on a path to recovery in that space. We also want to make sure that we continue very strong in our TV production business, where we actually supply a lot of programming to non-Sony networks and companies, and that's a core strength we have. We certainly want to grow that business as well and ride the wave of the growth in the industry.
Now, Bloomberg also reported that you spoke to the Murdochs about potentially buying those Fox assets as well. Why? Why was that an option you wanted to explore?
I think that we want to make sure that as these deals come into the forefront, that we are able to be a part of those discussions, ascertain whether an acquisition here makes sense or not, and make sure that we continue to be a major industry player in Hollywood, and continue to explore deals where we feel that it could be appropriate as a strategy going forward.
Has Sony considered selling its film or TV studio?
I think that for now, the strategy is really, as I said before, to shore up our motion picture business, and then make sure that with any of the deals that we may consider in the future, that we're in the driver's seat, and not in a situation where we have to give up control of the assets that we've grown over the years.